Hello everyone, so I was struggling to think of what sort of video I could do for you all today. I used to do this for another group where I used to sort of give my forecast on what's going to happen in the coming week. Obviously this is just my forecast. It's not guesswork, but it's not set in concrete either. Okay, so just bear that in mind. What I'm going to do is just go through these five, so pound dollar, Aussie dollar, euro dollar, USDCAD, pound Aussie, and CADCHF. These are just the pairs that I'm looking out for now for the coming week, and hopefully try and get in some trades, and hopefully I can get you some ideas of what you can expect. The pound dollar, I've shown you all on Sunday. No, one more about Sunday's today. I've shown you all on Thursday the trade I entered. Here, or was it Friday the 17th? It would have been Friday then, sorry. So I entered this on Friday, expecting the sell, and obviously we've got the sell. It came down, it came to around, so my target was around 50 pips, and it came to what, 42, 41, and then it reversed. What I did is I got out around here, around 20 pips, so I moved my stop because I was actually heading out, so I moved my stop just down to 20 pips to protect myself, and got hit obviously. Either way, I still came out with a 20 pip stop with basically a 10 pip bit of drawdown, so it was still a 1-to-1 more or less, a 1-to-2 even trade. So either way I was still going to win on this. By the time I did the video, I think I was here on the drawdown. So as you can see, over the next few hours after the video was completed, we started moving its very nice descent down to target. What I'm expecting now, as you can see, it's not actually done anything. It's creating now another top, so I'm expecting this to fall again. I'm actually going to look for another entry, maybe around the same entry as last time, but go for a bit of a larger target to around these wick here, for this wick around here. So we'll be looking at roughly a 72 pip target on this. If I go over to the daily, as I don't really concern myself too much on the daily, but you can see that it's struggling to break new highs here. It's hit this area of resistance and it just keeps retracting from it, so it's not going to have to fall, but I think it is going to fall now. A market open at least down to around the next structure, which is around here on this structure, these wicks, and over here on the left as well. We can see quite nice levels of structure, so that's what I'm hoping for, around a 72 pip target on this. But as I say, I'm going to wait until I see the market open. Normally I don't trade Mondays at all normally, but there is times where I will jump into a trade if it's all set up quite nicely. So I'm going to wait for the price to come to around the 125, 500 mark maybe, and then get into a sell trade again, just because it's struggling to break this double top here. Nice little double top formation, good hourly structure, it's all there, and you can even use the stock as it's already overbought, so it might fall down. Okay, so again guys, it's just my ideas. We're going to go into the Aussie dollar now, see what's happening here. This is a trade I took on the 16th of July, which is quite nice, 35 pip trade. Don't really need that on there now. So what we're going to look for on the Aussie dollar, let's go down to the 1 hour. Let's just trade off the 1 hour straight away. So obviously we've got this level structure up here. Again, like the pound, it has actually broke this structure. It has created a level here, I always get this confused, a higher low. So we've got your low, you've got a new high, higher low, and then we've got another new high up here. Let me draw squares a bit easier. So here we have the structure here and another here, where we're making new highs. So we could see price come back down to around this area here on the previous structure. Let's see what happens here. As I say, my strategy, which I've shown you on the last video I did, was actually 2 candle pullback with a momentum candle. So as an example, there's actually a trade right here that sort of worked out quite nicely. Let me just clear all my drawings, remove the drawings. So that's what I'm going to be looking for around this area here on the previous 2 candles, got a momentum push up, and then it took a nice buy. It would have been a nice trade there. So what we're going to wait for is price to come back down to this area, hopefully show a momentum bullish move, and we might be able to go long on this. On the 4 hour, it is looking like it's going to be changing the trend down to a bearish trend, so we'll have to keep an eye on that. But as I say, normally what I do is I trade the time frame I chose on the day. So the 1 hour time frame is what I trade. Don't really care about the 4 hour, the daily. Whatever happens, happens. I'm just sticking to the strategy which I've shown you all last week on the Friday video, and it's been working out quite well for me so far. Euro dollar. Well, this is quite a nice little area. If we go to the daily, it's a very, very strong structure here. Very strong area of resistance. Nobody can doubt that. Nobody can second guess it. 4 hour time frame, nice double top here. 1 hour time frame, we've got that momentum candle. So I'm obviously going to be saying that I'll be looking for sell opportunities. Obviously, don't just jump into a sell because there's a triple top on the hourly, double top on the 4 hour, and a strong area of resistance on the daily. Wait for an actual candlestick pattern, like a momentum candle like this. Obviously, you wouldn't have entered on this, so this was market close. You should never open a trade on market close. What we're going to see now is market open. It could open up down here, for example, pull back up and then sell. Or it could pull up here. You might think it's a break. Wait for this to come back down to it and look for long opportunities. If it opens up here, guys, it doesn't mean that it's broken the structure and that it's going into a long opportunities. Okay, just wait a few hours. Obviously for me, for example, I won't actually trade on Monday till probably around midday my time. So as I'm in Spain, that'll be 11 AM UK time. That'll be when I'll be looking for trades. So by then we'll be looking at what we on the 20th of July, 9, 10, 11, 12. So we'll be looking at around this area here. So a good few candles, see what happens, and then look for an opportunity there on the euro dollar. USDCAD, I've already had this lined up, so obviously we can see here. So this, actually I missed this trade, but this would have been a trade that I would have taken here. Left the stop where it is and gone for 1 to 2 to around here. 57 pips, so I'll be looking for another momentum shift. If I see another momentum push up, I'm gonna take a buy on it. I think the dollar, if I go over to the dollar index, DXY, I think it's going to have a lot of momentum going into the new week. Again, you're looking at this triple bottom now on the hourly. It's massively oversold. Obviously, it can depend massively on the stock market as well, so we have to see what sort of happens. But I'm at the moment biased that the dollar's going to have a lot of strength coming into the week ahead, okay? Pound Aussie then, something a bit different. I do love the Pound Aussie. Pound Aussie is one of my favourite pairs. I actually got into this candle here for a long. I didn't get out. I got out here on the double top. I did push a little bit higher, but either way, I can't remember if I did a video on that. I might have done a video on that one. I'll have a little look through. I'm sure that was the first ever video I did was actually this trade. So you might want to check that out if you wanted to. So this again was a very nice trade. It was just massive structure here, massive area of support, struggling to break lower. It's still struggling to break lower, but if we just zoom out of here on the hourly, you know, there's still a lot of room that it could fall down to. Don't get me wrong, it doesn't mean it's going to stay there, but it looks like it's in a bit of a consolidation here in this area here. So really, we're going to see what happens. If it struggles and shows me some more bullish momentum, I might take a buy back up to these highs here. It's still a nice little trade, you know. If we get into a position around this area, it's still going to be 50 odd pips. Very nice amount of profit. So even trading consolidations, a lot of traders will say don't trade consolidations, but you know, there's still a lot of money in that, you know. That's not just the end of it. So bear that in mind when you're looking for trades. A 4 hour, for example, is on a downtrend. Obviously, we've got that nice pullback here, creating that double top here, and it's fallen, but again it's still struggling to break this structure at the 179.300 area. The daily as well is on a downtrend. We can see a little bit of divergence here. So divergence is when that price is flat, but yet the stochastic is actually making new highs. Normally I use the RSI to show my divergence because the stochastic is very, very volatile. So I normally use the RSI, the relative strength index, to actually determine divergence, but if I'm only to 1 hour, if I'm just using that, I'm looking at a possible long opportunity on this trade. That's why I've got it marked yellow, for me to be wary of it. Canadian chef, I'm just going to wait for the pullback up to around this structure area here. Obviously this would be a better area of structure, but for an example, I'll be looking at a zone. I always look at zones, but I only draw single lines, but I'll be looking at this area for a zone for a sell trade back down. So as an example, we'll wait for the price to pull up to this area, and then we'll look for a sell. Even if you get a sell down to the double bottom as an example, outside of this area, so we take a sell here outside this blue line, put the stop here, 15 pips, you can still get 30 pip trade here, 2 to 1 risk reward ratio, that's close enough. But obviously what you could do then is just set a move your stop to entry if you want to make it risk free, and just see where price may fall, because it is on a massive downtrend at the moment. We had this ascending channel moving up, it's broken that now. So you could even see it fall down to these lows, which is 282 pips. Obviously that's completely down to you guys and your strategies. Just showing you what I'm thinking of what's going to happen next week. Nothing set in stone. I'm not a financial advisor, not telling you what to do with your money. I am simply saying what I'm looking out for. So I'm waiting for a pullback here, and I'm going to follow the trend down for a sell opportunity. If I see something else, you can also see that it's oversold again. So we're hoping that it'll pull up at least a little bit. If I can get, for example, my strategy of two candles up, a couple of wick rejections with a momentum bearish, I'll sell then. Even if it's here, for an example, even if it only moves to this area, I'm just hoping that we'll get a nice healthy pullback in order to get a nice strong sell opportunity on it. Okay guys, so these are the pairs. Pound dollar, I'm looking to go short. Aussie dollar, looking that it's going to come to this area, maybe reject from it. We'll have to see on that one. Not a massive confident trade on this one, but we're going to have to wait and see. Euro dollar, I'm very biased for short. USDCAD, I'm biased for long. Pound Aussie, I'm biased for long. And CAD Swiss, I'm waiting for the pullback, and I'm going to go sell on this opportunity, on this trade pair. If you have any questions, guys, don't hesitate to ask. If you want me to do a video on some other concept or ideas, please don't hesitate to ask, and please like and subscribe to the channel for more content. Hope you all have a nice trading week next week, and thank you for watching.